Hello from FYI Sahara, and this is Sahara, and I have some things to bring to you that might help you understand the larger picture of what in the world is going on. First, I bring to you William Barr and information about his son-in-law who just landed a cushy advising job on Trump on legal issues. Brand new, and but that's not all. Let me introduce to you Mary Barr Daly. She is William Barr's darling little daughter who landed a job at the DOJ. Her boss is, you know who, Donald Trump. So it looks like we're keeping it all in the family. The Barr family is profiting and being paid off by the Trump crime family. I promise not to get too technical with astrology stuff for those not familiar with the heavens. I must say there is a great advantage to just looking up once in a while. This is the planets as they are now during the Barr involvement with the Trump crime family. This is Mercury retrograde conjunct Neptune, the planet of illusion, delusion, and confusion. And what sign? Pisces. What could go wrong with that? You don't suppose we're getting a snow job, a cover up, and it's a sham. So let us move on. The question for today: did William Barr punk the media about the Mueller report? Pump is a term for really fooling somebody in a cruel way. It's not even humorless. So this is the question we're going to ask the tarot cards. The question, which answers itself, is did Barr scam the public for personal and family and financial gain? Let's see. Let's look at these cards I drew. And before you draw cards, it is important to meditate on the subject at hand. And generally, the cards will tell the story. The cards are a picture of mass consciousness or universal consciousness, and they are archetypes of the mass mind. This is the beginning of the matter, and this is the end of the matter. This is the someone walking away. They're turning their back on the whole matter. They're off to find other things of more interest. So Barr's walking away, and this is what they want the public to do as well. So what's happening at home? In the next thought, we have families celebrating. Yes, we keep the home fires burning because we have people celebrating in a happy home. Of course they're happy. The Trump crime family is happy, and now they have joined, the Barr crime family has joined the Trump family. You might think crime family is harsh. These are, but it's not really. If you band together to defraud other people, and what does that mean? Trump has made all of his, it's his crime family is well established, but enter Barr, and when you band together with a crime family, you keep it all in the family, and that's what Barr has done. His son-in-law and daughter are cushy for life, and they've been paid off. Okay, so what is the result of these actions? I'm turning my back on my duty, my public, my country. I'm celebrating at home because the money's rolling in. But what is the result of that? We have the world upside down. When you have the world upright, you have the world is your oyster. Life is a bowl of cherries. Everything is going your way. All is right with your world. When it's upside down, it's the opposite. You are not right with the whole world is looking at you, and you're not looking good. You're being dumped upside down. So this is the world. Sometimes it can denote the end of the matter. So the world is judging you harshly. You can be exposed, and there's nothing worse. Um, and people have learned that, like Monica Lewinsky and people like that. There you are in front of the world and being judged harshly, and usually for a good reason. I call this Marie Antoinette card. We have a figure standing amidst a lot of swords, and the figure is trapped, tied up, and blindfolded. What have they got themselves into? Usually you have lied, cheated, and avoided the truth to the point where you can't even move, you can't see, and you're trapped. So they have made a trap for themselves and got closer and closer and closer until they were totally trapped. You might notice that the figure is standing in a swamp in water. This does show the deep question that we're in murky quicksand, and it will the murky quicksand of lies that does the Trump family and now the BARR crime family. And don't think that's a harsh judgment. These people took jobs and took payoffs for their own personal gain at expense of their country. So if you think that's a harsh word, we don't know the past of the BARR family. We just know what's right in front of us. Everybody's being paid off, and Daddy's little girl is happy. So, and they're all bought new houses, by the way. You should know that. So I call this Marie Antoinette. Um, Marie Antoinette, before the French Revolution, asked her servants, I believe she lived in the beautiful palace of Versailles, she asked her servants why the people were rioting. And the servants said, they're rioting because they don't have any bread. And Marie Antoinette's reply was, well, let them eat cake. Well, those are kind of her last words. She did not have any compassion, nor did she understand why the people were so unhappy. Let them eat cake just showed her lack of understanding, and they came in and chopped her head off. So that was her last thought about the world around her. Maybe she should have been paying attention. This is where you've had no compassion and lie yourself into a corner, and it's over for you. If you're not locked up, sometimes this does denote jail, but whether it's jail or you've just been trapped in your own quicksand and swamp will remain to be seen. But do not forget that we have two crime families now running the country and holding us all hostage, like this figure here, standing in quicksand and murky water. So we are back in a swamp consciousness. I would leave this to you. Remember not to let this matter go, and that elections are coming up. And vote now, protest now, while you still have free speech. And understand that the first thing they did was present even bigger issues. Well, what you think they're bigger issues, they're taking away people's health care, the Special Olympics, and saying that they're not going to help Puerto Rico anymore, as if they have. However, they helped Florida and Houston handily because they are both red states and the people there are mostly Caucasian. You might note that in that Puerto Rico, unfortunately, is made up of brown people. And what do Nazis and white supremacists worry about? And what do they hate? People of color, people that are needy, and people that are not part of the upper class, or at least white. So, our beautiful Puerto Rican friends, and the most beautiful people in the world, but they're dying. They're dying in hospitals. They're dying in the heat. The hospitals do not have supplies, and people are dying. However, Florida and Houston got plenty of help. Well, they're mostly Caucasian. What do you expect white supremacists to do? These are the choices they make. And as for the Special Olympics, one of the most cherished, um, what it does for everybody, is so beautiful. So that's going to go to, um, well, disabled people and people of color. We're just going to get rid of them because they're inconvenient. So that's what white supremacy is all about. And that's what we have running our country. And they're lying to you right now. The BARR crime family and the Trump crime family are laughing at you right now. And they're laughing all the way to the bank. I leave that with you. Be sure to vote and pick up a sign and go and protest while you still have free speech.